Hey guys, in this video I'm just going to be showing off my physical Nintendo Switch collection. I don't have as many games as a streamer would have, nothing like that, but I've got kind of a lot for a human adult, so I'm just going to randomly show some of them, pretty much all of them. I'm missing a few, but I'm not going to bother finding them. The first one is Disco Elysium. It's a really good game. I actually have never played it, but I have it on PC and Switch. I've watched my girlfriend play it, I watched people play it, but I have never played it. I'll get around to it eventually, probably. Probably on PC because the Switch version has a lot of problems, crashes a lot, things like that. Looney Tunes Wacky World of Sports. I played this very briefly, and it wasn't great. I think it looks better on other mediums, so I didn't bother to play it a lot. The graphics, they lied. They showed off the ones for PC or probably PlayStation, Xbox, whatever, but when you play it on Switch, it doesn't look nearly as good. It's not terrible, but it's not as fun as I thought it was going to be, so I didn't play a lot of it. Epic Mickey Refurbished. I like this game. I liked the original. I don't think I beat this time around, but I beat it when it first came out on the Wii, right? Wii? I think it was the Wii. But yeah, it was good on the Switch. It looked good. Didn't look amazing, but what do you expect? But it was worth it. Resident Evil Triple Pack. I think this is a download game. I picked it up for dirt cheap. That's the only reason I grabbed it. I know a lot of people don't like 5 and 6, but I thought they were alright. I played them back when they came out on their respective consoles, maybe PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360, whatever. I never owned a PS3, but I played it at people's houses. But this was alright. I played 4. I don't think I ever put 5 or 6 onto my Switch. The Sea of Stars, it's the backer edition. I never opened it because I got the PC code for it. This is really cool. It's just a really good game if you like old school RPGs with that kind of pixel style graphics. You should definitely check it out. It's The Witcher 3, which is awesome. If you don't know that this game is awesome, then you're hiding somewhere. This has all the DLC. I played this when it first came out on PC. Then that computer died, and then I got it on Switch. Forced my girlfriend to play it. She loved it. I played it on Switch. Looked fine, and a lot of people complain about the graphics, but I thought it was fine. We got Cuphead. I didn't even love Cuphead, but I bought it on PC. That PC died. It wasn't on Steam or anything. I don't remember where I had it, but then I bought it on Switch and played it. I beat it on PC, never beat it on Switch. I never opened this game. I don't know. I think it's kind of like a overhead shooter. Not exactly like Smash TV, but similar. I got it for $2. That's the only reason why I bought it. It still has not opened. Has not been opened. But yeah, Last Kids on Earth. Another one that I got for $2. Star Trek Prodigy Supernova. I think it's a lot similar to the last game. I don't know. It was $2, so I said, hey, why not? Haven't opened it. It's still here. Hades. Don't have this on PC. I know this game was hyped to hell. Pardon, but I didn't like it. I don't know. It was okay, but I never got the hype. Everyone went crazy about this. They talked about it. They really built it up, and I was pretty meh on it. It was okay. I never beat it. Mario Maker 2. I did not play the first Mario Maker. I think it was on the Wii U. I didn't own it, but friends of mine did. This is really good. I made a bunch of levels. They weren't anything special. They're just kind of regular. But I thought this was a lot of fun, and playing other people's levels was really fun. Plants vs. Zombies, Battle of the Neighborville, Battle for Neighborville, Complete Edition. I don't know what the difference is between this and regular, but I played the first-person one on PC, and I played Plants vs. Zombies, and I played this one a bit. I had some friends who played it, so I played with them, but it was okay. Kind of generic, kind of outdated, like very old feeling. The graphics weren't amazing. I don't care much about graphics, but even the visual design was kind of meh, and it gets repetitive, but if you're playing with people or you're really locked in, you can have fun with it. Mega Man 11. I know this got kind of forgotten, but I thought it was good. I beat it. I don't beat a lot of Mega Man. I haven't beat a Mega Man game since like X2 or one of those. I played pretty much all of them, but yeah, they're not my favorite. But something about this called to me, and something about it stuck with me because I liked it. And I was like, why did everyone hate Mega Man 11? Samurai Showdown Collection, Neo Geo Collection. Great, fighting games, old school fighting games. It's got a bunch of them. It's got, like, not all of them, but most of them. And it's really good. If you like old school fighting games, if you like Neo Geo, if you like Samurai Showdown, if you like retro games. Streets of Rage 4. Why'd I say that weird? I don't know. This is the Steelbook edition. I think I got it from Limited Run, maybe. But yeah, it's really cool. It's a good game. I don't know if it's as good as 2, but it's better than 3, and probably better than 1. And it's a good game. It has some fun, different mechanics they've added to it to mix things up. House of the Dead remake. It was okay. I was disappointed because it's kind of glitchy, kind of stuttery. The original arcade game is awesome. I wish they had just kind of ported that and didn't do the update. This has the lenticular. I don't know if that's coming through on the camera, but yeah, it was fun. I think I got this from Limited Run as well, but it wasn't great. It could have been better. I wish I had some kind of version of the original. That would be fun. Breath of the Wild. Nothing needs to be said about this. You already all know. Great game. It's not my favorite Zelda. That would be Link to the Past, but it's really good. And I don't care if it deviates. I don't care if the Zelda games stay like this. They go back to the original. Everyone was complaining that Zelda games were getting stale and being too samey. And then when they change, everyone complains that they're different and it doesn't have dungeons and it's not the same. It's very weird. People are fickle. Gamers are fickle. What are you gonna do? Metroid Prime Remaster. Metroid Prime 4, if it's ever gonna come out. I knew when they delayed it that we would not see it for 5 or more years. It's been about 5 years maybe. We have not seen it. We've got regular Prime Remaster. We didn't have the sequels. I don't know why they... Probably just a money grab. But this is really good. I really like the original, and I really like this one. Bayonetta. Cereza and the Lost Demon. This was really fun. It's like a puzzly adventure game, action game. I don't know if it's sold very well. I never hear anybody talk about it. But I liked it. Okay, a little kind of cutesy, the graphics and the story, very like storybook, but it was fun. And I thought that dual controlling the characters was really fun. Capcom Fighting Collection #1. I don't have the sequel. I don't know if it even came out physical on Switch, but if I was gonna buy it, it would be on Switch. And if I was gonna buy it, it would be physical, most likely. But with Switch 2 making games not physical anymore, kind of feels like it's pointless. And playing these on PC just doesn't feel, I'm not gonna say right, but it's just like not the platform for them, to me. These belong on a console, on a Nintendo console is crazy, but that's where they're at. And I like this game a lot. Of course, Marvel vs. Capcom. is the reason to buy this, I would say. Wait, no, this isn't the one with Marvel. This isn't the one with Marvel vs. Capcom? I can't remember. One of them has it. Then Super Street Fighter 2. Oh, Gem Fighter. Classic. That was on PlayStation. And I loved that game. I really thought this had... I'm losing my mind. I got too many games. Pokemon Legends Arceus, I don't know how to say that, but this game was awesome. Probably my favorite Pokemon game, with the capturing and the gimmick, all the goals you can have and stuff like that for the Pokedex. I played a ton of this. I beat it. I filled up most of the Pokedex. I don't think I'm completely filled. Like, all the extra missions are completely insane. Like, using every move 1,000 times. It takes forever, but I got a big chunk into it. But I gave up on that after a while. I go back to it every now and then when I'm bored or I got time to spare. Persona 5 Strikers. This was awesome. I also never beat this because it just feels really long. I'm really far into it and it doesn't feel like it's getting anywhere close to the end, unless I'm just doing something wrong. But the story isn't super great, but the gameplay is really fun, and that's what kept me coming back to this. But after a while, you're just like batting your head against the wall. Skyward Sword. Here's the one that everyone said Zelda's getting so stale and being too linear and following the same conventions, and now they're all saying that Zelda's too much like Breath of the Wild, and it's only been 2 games, but yeah, this was great. The HD remaster was great. I didn't like it as much on Wii because of the motion controls, and I just didn't like the Wii. I know everyone loved the Wii, it was everyone's favorite console, but I did not like it. Glad that it's on Switch, because it's on a real console, and I can play it. Ultra Street Fighter 2, The Final Challengers. This is the final version of Street Fighter 2. All of the different ones, Dash, Dash Turbo, whatever, Rainbow Dash, Special Champion. This is the final one. It has Angry Ken. I thought this was great. Violent Ken, rather. Yeah, Evil Ryu, Violent Ken. There we go. I'm looking through the viewfinder, so I can barely see these, but yeah, it's great. If you like Street Fighter 2, you want it on Switch, this game's great. Gear Club 2 Unlimited Porsche Edition. I don't remember if this is a download card or a game. I know it's got the cartridge in there, but it might not be on there. I don't remember. But this was alright. I got it for very cheap, like $5 maybe. And I wanted some kind of arcade racer. I checked it out. It was fun. Worth a play. Princess Peach Showtime. Yeah, I have this game. It's kind of a kiddie game, but I played it. I beat it because I had a spare weekend or whatever. I don't remember why. But it looked like it was going to be more fun. It was it was okay. It was very cutesy. The graphics are great. Like, the design, everything looks awesome. But definitely, would be better for little kids. But it was fun. Plumbers Don't Wear Ties, Definitive Edition. Great. I actually knew about this before the AVGN was a thing, but I think that's a great episode of AVGN, and this game, I just had to buy it when I heard it was coming to Switch, so I picked it up. It is actually censored, I believe. You can't ever unlock the fully uncensored version because they had to do that to get it on Switch, allegedly. But yeah, it's great. I don't know if it's worth getting if you don't know about it, or you're not a kind of weirdo. Smash Ultimate, of course, everyone knows about this. Great game. I know people think Melee is the best Smash, but I think that this one's better. I'm not a tournament guy. I'm not a competitive Smash guy. I played a lot of the first one competitively. I was pretty good way back in the day. I think I was in college when I was doing, yeah, I was in some tournaments back then and I did really well, but nothing global, and I never got into the incredibly like involved melee scene with all the hype. I was kind of over that. I just kind of play for fun, and this game's a lot of fun. I've unlocked everybody. I've done everything in this that I can do. I don't go back to it much, but I go back every now and then. My new main is Mii Sword Fighter. I never thought I'd be a Mii player, but I had a lot of fun with them, and Octoling I liked a lot as well. My original main was Samus back in the day. Mario 3D All-Stars, great. 64, Sunshine. I had never played Galaxy before I got this, and it's a little weird to play on this, but it's not terrible. And Sunshine I never liked much, but I played through it again anyway when I got this, and I liked it more, but I still don't really like it. I got this more just to have it, want to play the games again. Anytime you want to play 64, you can get an emulator, you can play it anywhere, play it on your microwave or whatever. But yeah, this is great. People complained about it, but either buy it or don't. Guilty Gear Anniversary. I don't know why it's got the PEGI rating. I'm pretty sure I bought this from... I guess not. Maybe there is no American version. That could be why. But this is great. I'm not a, competitive fighting game player, but I love them. I'm very old school. I used to play them in the arcade all the time. So I grab these whenever I can. Relive those memories, have some fun. Steins Gate Elite. This is great. This is like a visual novel kind of game. It's a fun story. People complain that the graphics... I think this is stills, and the other one has full-on animation, and that's the problem with this version, but I got the collector's edition for dirt cheap, I think $15, and it came with like a book and a few other things, and then the regular version was going for like $40. And I was like, they were both sitting on the shelf right next to each other. Regular version, far more expensive than the collector's edition, and the only difference is the extra stuff. So I picked it up for that reason, and I had a lot of fun. Like, listening to it, reading it. RPG Maker. This is more of a PC kind of game, but I grabbed it on Switch because it seemed like a fun novelty. I was like, I can't believe this is on Switch. I gotta pick it up. It's really hard to work with on Switch. Like, it's kind of awkward to set everything up. I was used to checking it out on PC. I had it way back in the day when it first came out, and I would make dumb little things. I was making a Punky Brewster RPG that I never got around to finishing. I got this, and I played a few people's games, but I never got around to making anything because it was just too awkward. Wolfenstein 2, this is half on disc. I think the rest you have to download or whatever. Great game. The Switch version is fine. I didn't notice, the graphics are slightly downgraded, everything like that, but compared to PC, I didn't notice a huge difference. And I picked this up very early in the Switch's life. Not very early, but when this came out. I can't remember, but it seems like it was forever ago. BioShock Collection. I got this mostly for my girlfriend too, because she's tired of playing games on PC. She wants the bigger screen. She wants to be able to sit back, use a controller. I have all the games on PC already. I got them back in the day. Later on, I got them free because they keep coming out for free on Epic or wherever else. So if you want BioShock games, don't buy them. Just wait like 5 minutes and they'll be free. I never played through BioShock 2 in my entire... I've owned it 3 times, and I still have not beaten it. I always go back to 1, and then I try to play 2, and I'm like burnt out of BioShock by the time I get through it, and 2 just doesn't feel as good. It's not as fun. It's kind of clunky. You're playing as the Big Daddy. It feels slower. It doesn't hook me. And Infinite, when it first came out, I played it and did not like it. I'm the exact opposite of most people, because when it came out, I thought, this game, this is it? Like, what was with all the hype? What was with all the things I was promised, all the branching stories and all of the future things coming in, and all that was gone. I didn't keep up with the development, but they had significantly hampered it, and changed everything. But then I went and played it again a few years later and just appreciated it for the game that it is. It's not great, but it's fun. It's a shooter, just kind of generic. Less involved even than the first Bioshock because you don't get as many powers. I just felt like everything was kind of an afterthought, and the story makes no sense. Everyone talks about the amazing story, but I thought the story was just there. It was just fun to play through, kind of turn your mind off because it doesn't make any sense. And the decisions the characters make don't make any sense. But the game is fun. Splatoon 2, great game. I don't know how many hours I have on this. I played it online a ton. When it first came out, I had some people I would play competitively with on teams, and we did pretty good. I played a lot of the Splatfests. I was literally on every winning team. I must have had 22, 23 Splatfests. I was on every winning team every time on this game. I have an unbeaten winning team record. Pretty cool with that. I not because they didn't win because of me. I just happened to pick the right team. But yeah, this was great. When it came out, I never played the first one, but I loved this. Wolfenstein Youngblood. This was actually a code. Code's already been redeemed, so don't worry about that. But everyone hated this game. And I liked it. I wasn't liking it to be a contrarian. I wasn't doing it to get back at people, to be one of those people. I just thought, what? Everyone hates this game? That's weird. I know they hate the main characters, but I think a lot of main characters in most video games are annoying, so that doesn't bother me. This is a download code only. I got it for $1. I got it when the game came out. This was in Amazon. It was $1. It was online for like $30. Everywhere else, it was like $30 physical. This was $1. Brand new game, had just come out. I don't know if it was a glitch. I don't know what was going on, but I bought it for that reason. So I have a case with the code only, which I don't usually buy. Technically, this is not a physical version, so I lied. But $1. It was definitely worth $1. I would buy that for $1. Metroid Dread. Great game. The sequel that we were waiting for 30 years, well, the 30-year series. I loved Metroid. I beat the first Metroid when I was 8 years old, back when the game was still pretty much like a recent game. This was great. Classic Metroid style, Metroidvania style. Captain Tsubasa, Rise of the New Champions. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that's what I say. But this game, I wanted it to be a lot more fun. I thought it was going to be very arcadey, and it is, but it's kind of slower, kind of awkward. The controls aren't great, and there's like a meta when you play online that is just like very stagnant. You have to do everything that way or you will not win, pretty much. And that's not very fun, but it was alright. I played it for a while. It gets repetitive. And then if you don't have your power shots or anybody with some kind of gimmick, you will not win. So it got old. Red Faction Guerrilla Remastered. I had the original Red Faction Guerrilla and Red Faction. I know everyone loved Red Faction 2, but I never played that one. My old guitarist, had that, but never got around to checking it out. But Red Faction and Red Faction Guerrilla, this game was fun. Again, it should have been more fun. The shooting, the gunplay, it isn't great, and the enemies, like after a while, they just keep streaming in. You're like, you don't get a chance to really kind of dig into the game and play it. You just keep getting inundated and attacked and shot while you're trying to blow shit up, which is the most fun part. There should have been more of that. Civ 6, I got this for cheap. I got this because I didn't have a PC at the time, so this is the only way I could play it. This has most of the people. I don't remember if it has everybody, but I think I bought the DLC even for very cheap on the Switch. If you like Civ, I know a lot of people didn't like 7, they go back to, I mean 6, they go back to 5 a lot. I know a lot of people didn't like 7 either, but I haven't checked out 7 because I still play 6 all the time. Once 6 came out, I dropped 5. I know a lot of people went back to 5, but I stayed on 6, and I think it's fun. I play it mostly on PC now because I do have a PC again. Under Night in Birth, EXE, or some other weird. I got this again. It had a regular edition and a collector's edition, and again, the collector's edition was like $15 and the regular edition was $30. I was like, what's going on? Is there a scam? Does this not come with the game? But no, it did, and so I grabbed that. Had some kind of trinkets. I don't know if I gave them away or threw them out or put them away, but they're not around. But the game is still here. And the game is fun. It's one of those kind of one-button fighting games, but it was fun. The graphics look fine. The visuals are good. I got kind of good at this, where I would like get people locked into like one-hit combos, and that was fun for a while, but it gets old. SNK Heroines. When I bought this in the store, the guy laughed at me and he told me you should just buy Grand Blue or whatever that game is, and I didn't, but I bought this just to have it, really. I kind of figured it was gonna flop. I figured everyone was gonna hate it, and they did. And I figured the guy behind the counter was gonna think I was some kind of complete weeb or like, you know, mentally deranged person, and he probably did, but I bought it anyway. Luckily, my girlfriend was there with me. He might have thought I was buying it for her, but it was fine. I played it. I unlocked a, I don't know if you, I don't know about unlock, but yeah, you buy cosmetics or something with in-game currency. I did some of that. Deathmark, another visual novel. This is one that the collector's edition was right next to it, but that was more expensive, so I bought the regular version. And again, when I bought this in the store, the guy behind the counter was like looking at it and looking at me with like a snicker, like he was like laughing at me. And I said to my girlfriend, I was like, why is that guy back there laughing at me? What's up with that? I don't know. He just thought it was goofy that I was buying this or that I was a weirdo. But this was fun. I got the good ending. I don't remember exactly how, but there's some stuff you gotta do to get a good ending, and I didn't want to get a bad ending, so I made sure I looked up some of that. Not spoilers, but just once I heard there were multiple endings, I was like, I can't get a shitty ending. I don't want to play through this again either. But it's definitely worth playing through. It's fun. Echoes of Wisdom, great game. Zelda, kind of return to form, and then when you return to form, people want to whine about that too. The graphics weren't as great, or the menus are kind of annoying to scroll through. And that is all there, but I didn't really find much of a problem. I stuck to the 4 or 5 things that I used over and over, so just sort by favorite and you don't gotta worry. The rest of the stuff is irrelevant. But I still tried to unlock everything I could. It's great. A lot of fun. Here we go. This is it. Fighting Collection Arcade Classics, Marvel vs. Capcom. Here's the one with Marvel. This is the one you buy for Marvel vs. Capcom. I knew there was one. I just got them confused. Great. You gotta buy this just to own Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which before this didn't even really emulate well. That's great. SVC Chaos, SNK vs. Capcom Collection. I believe it's a collection, or is it just 5? Yeah, no, either way. I think it's just 5, but great. Capcom vs. SNK, I really liked. A fighting game again. I'm not, I know it seems like I'm a fighting game aficionado. I wouldn't go that far, but I like them. I played them all back in the day. The first one on the GameCube, I had it on the GameCube, I think. Yeah. Glover, I know some people don't like Glover. I liked it on the 64. And this, I didn't like as much. I forgot about the inverted controls, and you cannot uninvert them. Or at least when I played, you couldn't. I don't know if there's been a patch. I doubt it. I know a lot of people complained about things in this game. The controls are a little different. There's some weird graphic stuff that people really got hung up on that I couldn't care less about. The game was playable. I never finished it, but I did get pretty far into it, but I got a ton of games, and I just eventually lost interest. And the inverted controls get annoying every time I go back to it. I have to readjust, and that's a pain in the ass. Limited run again. Tears of the Kingdom. Again, not a lot to say. Not that I've been saying much anyway, but great game. I liked it more than Breath of the Wild. I think this came in and put Breath of the Wild to bed for me. And a lot of people say it's not as good. I think it's better. I think the little gimmick was fine. I did think it was a lot like Nuts and Bolts, but there weren't enough games like that. I think it's pretty cool that you can customize little dumb vehicles you build and stuff. I wish there was a little more to it, and the controls were a little easier, but you can only do so much on a controller. Animal Crossing New Horizons. It's the second Animal Crossing game I've owned. I owned the first one on the GameCube, I'm gonna say, and I think that's what it was. I didn't like it. I actually gave it to a guy in my dorm because I didn't like it. I thought it sucked. And this one I thought was okay. I'm a different person now, 20 years removed from that game, so but I played it a lot during the quarantine like a lot of people did. My girlfriend played a lot more of it. I think her island is actually what's on my Switch. I don't think I was the first person to play it. I didn't exactly buy it for her, but she started playing it before I did and played it after I did. I haven't been on it in a while. It's been more recent than some people, but it's probably been 4 years. Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. I think I have the other Warriors digital, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember, but I thought this was great. I know a lot of people, again, complained about the changes in the story, but I loved it. I loved the alternate take. I thought it was cool. More Fire Emblem is fine. More Three Houses was fine. I thought it was great. I love the Dynasty Warriors kind of games. I know people say they get repetitive, but that's my jam. I've played them since the first one, the fighting game. So I thought it was awesome. I thought it was a great concept. I'm glad they keep making games like this. Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door, remaster, remake, whatever you want to call it. It's not my favorite Paper Mario is not my favorite, period. This might be my favorite, the Thousand Year Door, the original. And again, I didn't notice too many sweeping changes, too many problems. Thought it was fine. Good game. I don't get the hype, the ludicrous hype, but I thought it was fun. Ultimate Alliance 3 is a good game. I thought the X-Men Legends games were kind of better. They had a better fighting system. There was like combos and a lot more to them, where these games are a little bare bones with that, but the characters and the amount of them and all the differences are kind of fun. Story's a little generic. They kind of dumbed everything down. It seemed like they made it more for kids. I know it's got a T, but it doesn't feel that way. Maybe just because of the fighting and gruff language or something. Maybe someone smokes a cigarette. But it's a fun game. Unicorn Overlord. Unicorn Overlord. I said that weird again, but I thought this game was great. I bought this on Switch, and what showed up was the PlayStation version. And by the time I remembered that I got the wrong version, I couldn't send it back, so I got stuck with it. Had to buy this again, and I gave the PlayStation version, PS5, to my coworker who hated it. But I thought this game was great. I thought there was a lot of it's easy, but there's some stuff in there that was really challenging. There was some parts I had to really change up everything to beat, and then go back to my original settings because I just liked having things the way I had them. But it felt like some of them you had to really finagle. Burnout Paradise Remastered. I don't know why the game's all screwed up, maybe got left outside, but this game is great. I loved the original Burnout Paradise. I know there's some kind of issues people had with this one. It doesn't feel as fast or whatever. The graphics aren't as updated, but I thought this is great. I gotta play it in mute when I turn it on because I get so sick of Paradise City. But this is like once they started making open world racing games, I couldn't go back to the typical one level at a time racing games. They're not for me anymore. I can still play some of them, but I just feel constricted and cheated. Fire Emblem Engage. I loved this game again too. I'm not the biggest Fire Emblem guy because I know some Fire Emblem guys, but I like Fire Emblem and I like tactical RPGs. And this was a good one. I know the story, again, a little bit generic. People complained about the toothpaste hair, but whatever. I think a lot of those are weird nitpicks. People just like to complain sometimes. But I thought this game was great. I played through it. I started playing through it a second time and then kind of got hung up somewhere. And I go back to it every now and then when I want to have a tactical, like, fight. But that's about it. Shadowverse. Now I know this has got a free-to-play thing on PC or even mobile probably, but I thought this was great. I used to play Magic the Gathering. I started with the Alibaba expansion and played until about the end of Invasion, I will say. And then my fucking house got broken into and all my cards got stolen and I can't go back. I will never go back. But playing this was a lot of fun. It's a deck building game. It's a little restricted. You can only play one color. Like if you're playing fire, you have to stay fire, that kind of thing, which I found annoying at first, but it got really fun. It opens up. And there's some stuff in here that's only digital because you can't play it in real life. It's got a lot of randomness and like goofy rules, but I thought it was fun. The storyline was okay. Like I don't care much about the story, but the way you progress through all the different changes was a lot of fun. Sonic Superstars. I didn't play this a lot. I got it, I liked it, but right after I got it, I stopped having a lot of time, so I didn't get a chance to play it. I think about going back every now and then, but just getting the Switch and getting everything is a big schlep, so I haven't done it, but I thought this is great. I know, again, people had their issues. It doesn't have the same physics as the original. Go back and play the original if you don't want, if you want those physics, but I thought this is fun. Speaking of, not on purpose, but Sonic Mania. I was in GameStop again, this time without my girlfriend, and the girl behind the counter, like, not to toot my own horn, but she was giving me the eye. She was looking at me. She was giving me like a cutesy little smile. She's like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" And I showed Sonic Mania the box, and her face immediately turned. She went from looking at me with goo goo eyes to disgusted. I think she thought I was like a Chris Chan weirdo or something. But yeah, once she saw that I was buying Sonic Mania, she turned on me. But this, I liked it. You know, again, if you know Sonic and you know all about it, you know that it started as a fan game, if I'm not mistaken, and it became this, and it's a lot of fun. Valkyria Chronicles 4. The first one I ever played. I was not familiar with the franchise. Someone told me, oh, if you like tactical stuff and you like Fire Emblem, you gotta check out that. And they were not wrong. I loved this game. I thought this was awesome. I really liked the anime style. I thought the story was really good. That the gameplay was really good. It gets very challenging if you're playing on, I don't know if there's difficulty levels. I don't remember, but I remember there's parts of this game that you gotta tough it out. And permadeath, I believe this in this game, yes, and I play with that all the time. So if I lose somebody, I will save scum. I will go back. Not, you can't really save scum, but I made sure I never lost anybody. But I play with permadeath anyway, which almost defeats the purpose. I will admit that. Detective Pikachu Returns. Yeah, I bought it. It was okay. Like some of the visuals are good and some of the little fun, cute stuff, but really dumbed down. Like even from the original, it was on the DS, right? I played it at someone's house. I think it was on the DS, but this felt even kiddier. Like it just really handholdy. You really don't do a lot. It's just kind of on rails and not great. AEW Fight Forever. If you're gonna buy this game, might as well buy it on Switch. What's the point of having it on PC or PlayStation 5? It's probably on there, but I don't know. I don't have a PS5. The Not as good as I wanted. I think it's not as good as most people wanted. When No Mercy holds up a lot better, that shows you what they did here. It was fun. I played a lot of the career mode, even though it's kind of janky. But yeah, not great. Could have been better. There was a couple of things, if they'd done them slightly better, would have made the game great. They didn't do those things. Genesis Classics Collection. I got this for $4 new, so I picked it up. And yeah, everything's emulated fine. Probably not perfect 1-to-1, but I'm not a stickler like that, and I always think if you want perfect 1-to-1, then go play the original, which, yeah, would be prohibitively expensive unless you kept all that stuff. I think everything's on disc. That's from a different game. Limited run, probably Doom 64, yeah, exactly. Which I think Doom 64 is one of the games. Oh, it might still be in here. Mario Strikers Battle League. This was disappointing. When the other one was better for, again, GameCube, I believe. I always forget that I owned a GameCube, but yeah, this original Mario Strikers was on the GameCube, and it just played faster. It just played like looser, like the arcade style was better. On this, it felt, again, almost like Captain Tsubasa, where it was slow, for some reason hampered. And I didn't like that very much, and I don't think a lot of people did. I think after this game came out, it dropped off immediately. I had a league and we did pretty well for a while, but we all stopped playing. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, again, what has to be said, great game. I played the original at a friend's house on the Wii U, played this one, played the heck out of it, played it online a ton. I don't know why I'm opening some of these and not the others, just because you all know about this. I got Mario Kart World on Switch, but I haven't played it. Haven't even hooked up the Switch 2, just opened it today. Haven't had time. This is the only time I have, and this is what I'm doing with it. Mario 3D World Bowser's Fury. Never played the original 3D World. I know a lot of people had issues with this one, with the controls or something. They didn't match up to the way the first one did. Bowser's Fury was awesome. Good proof of concept for an open world Mario game. 3D World, I thought was fun. Again, not groundbreaking, not game changing, but just fun. I just need a game sometimes that is fun, that I can just play and not exactly turn my mind off, but not exactly struggle either. It's perfect for that. Triangle Strategy, different story. I think there were difficulty modes. Either way, this game gets difficult really fast. Even on the first playthrough, I was going for the golden route because I had saved the town instead of burning it. And once I found out that that is a key point to the golden route, I said, I'm gonna go the golden route. There's no way I'm not going to. Again, I probably won't play through this again, and if I do, it'll be a long time from the original playthrough, because I got a lot of games. Again, these are just the physical ones I'm showing. I got a ton digital as well, but this game was awesome. I don't have any problems with it. The story, whatever, there's some quirks, but great game. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, a Metroidvania, I think done by the father of Castlevania, whatever, the Shepherd. Great game again, too. good Metroidvania style. Graphics are a little different, but I liked it. I never beat it, actually. Now that I'm thinking, I was gonna say, I couldn't remember, but now that I remember it, I did not get through it completely. But they kept updating the game, like years and years after it came out. I think there's a sequel coming out. There was a like a demake prequel-y thing that was like an 8-bit style, but I didn't like that. I'm kind of over all the 8-bit pixel platformer kind of games. They don't do it for me. Outer Worlds, I bought it on Switch because my girl wanted to play it a lot, and it's almost like a baby's first Fallout world, the Fallout game, a baby's first Fallout, and it's good for that. It was good. I liked it. Didn't have expectations. I know a lot of people thought it was gonna be the next New Vegas, and what's gonna be the next New Vegas? Nothing will be, but this game is good. I eventually got it for free on PC. I played it on that again too for the DLC, which I don't have on Switch, but it was all free on PC. Again, people don't like Epic Games, the platform, for whatever reason, but I've gotten so many free games that I don't play Fortnite, but I like Epic Games. Knights of the Old Republic 2, haven't even opened this. I heard that the glitch that's in the PC version is still in this one, which, wonderful. I never got through the PC version either because of the glitches and the problems. The first Knights of the Old Republic I thought was great. Played through that way back in the day, back when it came out. Played through it again a few times, like for about 10 years, then just never played it again. I never got around to playing it on Switch, and the sequel is still glitchy. And speaking of the original, here it is unopened on Switch. I don't remember where I got these. I think they're limited run. Yeah, but I didn't buy them from limited run, and I didn't pay a lot of money for them either. So I thought, why not pick them up? I think I got 1 and 2 together for like $20, and I see them sometimes going for a lot more. So I'm glad I did. Another game, Persona 5 Royal. I didn't open this one either because I played PS5 on a PC probably? I don't remember. But yeah, either way, I didn't need to open this one, but I got it. I think I did pay full price even though I don't think I ever even intended to play it. Just kind of wanted it, so I grabbed it. Doom Eternal. When this came out, I didn't have I think when I ordered it, I didn't have my PC. And then by the time this came out, like got released, got my physical version, I did have my PC. So I didn't need this anymore, so I haven't opened it. And then I got Doom Eternal for free on PC, so there was no reason to open this. I did have the original Doom, but I let someone borrow it, and they never brought it back. Well, Doom 2016 on Switch. Pokemon Scarlet never opened because I opened the other one, and had no reason to open this one. Didn't need to play it. Violet, yeah, that's the other one. I didn't hate it like everyone else did, but I'm not a Pokemon super fan. Before the ones that came out on Switch, my last Pokemon was Gold on the Game Boy. So yeah, that's my extent with this series, is the ones that are on Switch. And I might have played a little bit of Black, White, whatever, on someone's DS, but never really super fan. But I like the Pokemon games. Atari 50th anniversary, great little like walkthrough of Atari's history. Atari was my first console. I'm an old man, so this opening that, yeah, that was just got some games, and then some updated games I believe around here as well. And then I think they also re-updated this recently, and then I also got it for free on PC. So again, Immortals Phoenix Rising Gold Edition. I think it had some cosmetics or whatever in there. Season pass, even though I don't even know what came out on the season pass, but I got this for cheap. I got this in between. We're waiting for Breath of the Wild. We're waiting for Tears of the Kingdom to come out. Very Breath of the Wild style game. Very Ubisoft style game. Breath of the Wild, Far Cry Zelda. So this kind of comes full circle. But I thought this was fun. I don't people. I don't know if people liked it. People hated it. You don't hear anyone talk about it, but I thought it was great. My game actually glitched out, and when you get your bird companion, I couldn't get mine for some reason. It was sitting there on the screen, but the cutscene never activated and the mission never activated. And I started a Twitter just to tweet at Ubisoft, and they fixed it for me. Like, so as much as everyone hates them, I was like, hey man, my only tweet is a tweet to Ubisoft complaining about my glitched game, and they hit me up and they got back to me and they fixed it. They said they did some shit that fixed it. I don't know what. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Complete Edition. I got this from Limited Run. It had other stuff. I think I bought the, like, whatever collector's version, full price, because I'm a sucker, but I had free money at the time. I bought this so it wouldn't go away again. I never owned the digital version that disappeared, but some friends did, and it's a beat 'em up, arcade, classic, old school style. It's fun. It, again, gets kind of old, especially if you've played a million of them and you don't have the people around or the arcade or the atmosphere, but a fun game. Kirby and the Forgotten Land, the Dark Souls of Kirby. I'm just kidding there, but you know, you can dodge, and it's got a little bit more of a challenge than some of the Kirby games have had, but I still beat this and unlocked most of the 3 stars, but there's a few I didn't, and I was gonna go back. I went back and tried a few, got a couple more that I'd missed, but then just kind of fell out of this. It was a fun game. I think about going back every now and then, but again, I think about going back to enough games that it keeps getting pushed back. Mario Wonder, this game was awesome. I have not 100%ed it, but I beat most of it. That question mark world, or their version of the Star World or whatever, I think I didn't beat that, but everything else I did, and I thought this was great. I know a lot of people said it wasn't or didn't like it, but I loved it. I still think Super Mario World is my favorite Mario. It's tentative, but this was really good, and the graphics were great, the visual style, the design, everything was really fun, and the changes were just out there, and I liked that. Mario RPG, remake, remaster, whatever you want to call that. Again, great game. The original was great. I know people got mad that they changed the graphics to be kind of cutesy. They were mad you couldn't switch between both, which, yeah, it's a little cheap, kind of lazy to not do it. I've got some Wonder Boy games that you can do that, and there's like Duke Nukem games where you can switch back to the old graphics. I feel like it wouldn't have been very difficult to put that in there. Mario Odyssey, great game. This was the second game I bought for the Switch. The first one was Breath of the Wild. I did not get the Switch when it first came out, but I got it very, very shortly thereafter. I was a little disappointed when it first came out because I was told it was an open world Mario game, and it's not quite. It isn't very far off, but I got over that pretty quickly because the levels are fun, everything's interesting, the Hattie gimmick. I thought, hey, you know, it's Kirby meets Mario, not too bad. I've beaten it. I did not 100% it, I don't think, but I've beaten it. Pokemon Sword and Shield, yeah. This is the one I opened first. I think I opened both of these because I wanted to do some tinkering with Pokemon Home and switching people out for me, but I believe Shield had the Ponyta that I wanted, and that's why I did Shield first. I know a lot of people hated Shield. It was my first Pokemon back since Gold. I thought it was fine. I don't know. I'm not looking for anything groundbreaking or world-changing. I was just looking for a Pokemon game, and it certainly was a Pokemon game. My first starter was the monkey, whose name I forget now. Splatoon. Did not play as much of as Splatoon. I kind of got out of it. I bought this wanting to love it, but something about the competitive became very sweaty, very try-hard. It seemed like everybody was on a team, even in Turf War, and I'm so far past being social anymore, so I was not about to join a league or a team or go on Discord to chat with people. That got too much, and everyone seemed to forget how to play or just started playing in a weird different way. There's a new meta, if you will, and once things start becoming that, they stop becoming for me. So I might have had 300 hours in Splatoon, something close to that, because I would stay up all night sometimes playing online. But with Splatoon, I maybe have 32 hours. I unlocked the platinum stuff with this. I love the tri-shooter. I know it's not the competitive master or whatever, but I don't play for that. I play to have fun. I had a lot of fun. Yoshi's Crafted World, again, a game that for some reason people did not like, and I don't understand why. I thought this was great. I thought it was awesome. I thought it looked really good. I loved the visual style. I thought the switching of the levels going back and forth was so cool. Really awesome gimmick. I thought the music, the little kind of cheapy, kind of schoolyard music was cool, awesome. I really did. I really loved this game. I played it. I beat everything. I got every challenge. I loved it. I wish there was a little bit more somehow. One of the few games that I would have played more of after I beat all of it. Usually I don't beat a game, or I'll beat the regular game, but this I did everything and was like, I want to do more. I don't know why everyone hated it. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was better than Woolly World. I thought it was better than Yoshi's Island. I thought there was no crying baby like in the Super Mario World 2. I just thought it was great, and everyone hated it, and I don't know why. I don't know. Shredder's Revenge. I liked it. Didn't love it. Beat 'em ups, again, I'm an old man. I've played a lot of beat 'em ups in my time, so after a while you just get over it. I would play this every now and then, 15, 20 minutes at a time. Got really far into it, never beat it, but yeah, it was great. If you like beat 'em ups, this game's great, but I never got the Power Rangers one either. Link's Awakening, remaster, remake, readaptation, whatever. I had that on the Game Boy, loved it. Have it on here, love it. I bought the little Zelda handheld that has that on there. This game's great. Old school classic Zelda with a little bit of a twist with the jumps and the kind of little gimmicky things they added to it. Yeah, this version's great. The graphics I thought were fun, little miniature style. Fire Emblem Three Houses, awesome. Great game. Played through it twice. I unlocked the hidden route, but I didn't take it because unlike a lot of the sweaty people online, I didn't think Edelgard was the best. She wasn't my favorite. I tried to side with Rhea, actually. I'm not a religious man, but I just thought that was more fun, and yeah, I played through the Golden Lions. I don't know, what's the Blue House? I forget the names of the routes. Crimson, whatever. I'm not the biggest Fire Emblem guy, but I like Fire Emblem. I love the games. I love the stories. I liked doing all the supports. That was all fun. Bernadette was my favorite character, I think. Live Alive, Live Alive, Live Alive, whatever this is called. I actually did play it on Super Nintendo. One of my friends had a bunch of import games back in the day, and I didn't, you don't know what's going on with it. So this was cool to have an updated version, but I never beat it. I got it. I was very interested in going through it. I beat a couple of the routes, which I can't remember which ones I did anymore. I think the early Ronin guy, and then something else. But yeah, it just got old. I'm kind of aging out, not aging out, but moving past a lot of these old school kind of games. In my mind, I still love them, and then when I play them, I don't like them as much as I want to, and they eventually fall by the wayside. This one did. I might go back to it, but I haven't. G.I. Joe, Operation Blackout. It was fun to play with people for a bit, and the single player was okay, but very generic, very lacking game. The AI just kind of rushes at you and you have to fight them off, so it can actually become difficult, but it's a very mindless difficulty, and I did have fun, but I wouldn't say it's a game anyone has to pick up. Game Mill again, of course. I mean, the name speaks for itself. They churn these games out. They've got them fucking pumping out a factory somewhere. Blaster Master Zero. I bought this as one of the mega collections. I have like a big box somewhere that has like a metal statue or something, but yeah, I just wanted the games and was like, hey, I got extra money, might as well buy that version. It's a fun game. The original Blaster Master was one of my favorite Nintendo games back in the day. Again, I'm really old, so I played all those when they came out, when they were current. I remember it blowing my mind. This didn't exactly do that. Blaster Master Zero 2. I never even played this one. It's open. I don't know if they even came sealed, but this one I have not played. 01 I did play. 02 I have not, but they came together anyway. But after I played through 01, kind of had my fill of Blaster Master and then never went back. Sonic Frontiers, I thought this was good. Probably the best 3D Sonic game in a long time. I played Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast. I didn't own it, but I borrowed it from a friend and stayed up all night over a weekend playing through the original Sonic Adventure. I loved it back then, and this I thought was great and fun, and those might be the only two 3D Sonic games I have played. Puyo Puyo Tetris, I got this for $2 again, brand new, so I picked it up. I had the demo, and I loved Puyo Puyo, I loved Tetris, Puyo Puyo. Back in my day, we called it Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, but I never knew at the time that it was a adaptation of a Japanese exclusive. And Tetris, of course, speaks for itself, and the combination of the two is a lot of fun. Pokemon Sword, I had Shield back there. I did open this one. I opened both because there was somebody I wanted to get and switch over to my Shield team. I also got a backpack when I bought these two that I couldn't use in Sword, which bothered me because I had already used it and it was only one code. Thought that was really cheap. Like, he could at least give you two. Paper Mario Origami King, the only other Paper Mario game I've ever played. With the first one and this one, or I think Thousand Year Door is the first one, right? I don't remember. I had it on GameCube or 64, whatever system it came out on back in the day. Not this one, the Paper Mario. But Origami King was okay. I thought it was about as fun. I don't get the difference. Everyone hated this one, but not the other one. But I know the battle system's a lot different. Maybe that's why. And it did get annoying after a while where you'd fight like one enemy after the other and just have this annoying puzzle to have to solve, and it would be like literally impossible. There were some times where they would throw one that you could not optimize, and that made me angry. Like, you should at least make it so I can solve it. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, the sequel. This was great. Again, time travel, different perspectives, a lot of fun twist on the Dynasty Warriors style game mixed with Zelda. I had to buy it. Two of my greatest gaming franchises together. So of course, goes without saying, I picked it up. I beat it. I don't remember the story though. I think after a while, my brain was fatigued and I was just kind of playing through the game to play through it, but I was kind of ignoring a lot of the story, or my mind was shut off listening to podcasts or whatever else. But I think about looking up videos sometimes, or online story like explanations. New Pokemon Snap, I had the original on 64, so I bought this and had a lot of fun with it for like a week and then never played it again. And when I think about going back, I get overwhelmed and I don't want to go back. But it was worth the week I put into it, I'd say. Luigi's Mansion 3, when this game came out, I was like, what do you mean 3? I'd only played the first one. I was only aware of the first one. I didn't know that 2 had come out on... I let someone borrow this and they broke the case, but yeah, 2 was out on a DS or one of those, and I had no clue. I did not know, and I was like, 3? Why are they going right to 3? But this is fun. I think I liked it better than the first one, but my memories of the first one are fuzzy because I played it on the GameCube, and that was a long time ago. XCOM 2 collection. I got this for cheap, very cheap. Again, I don't... $5 or less. And this was a download as well. Like, I think some of it's on the cartridge, but the rest you gotta download. And I think I briefly played it on the Switch, but I already have it on PC. I just got this to have it. One of the few games that I bought that I was not gonna play at the time anyway. I started buying a few more after that, but XCOM's a great game if you like strategy games, like tactical strategy games. They can get very difficult very fast. Dragon's Lair Trilogy, which is Space Ace, right? Yeah, Dragon's Lair 2. I played the original in the arcade all the time. Don Bluth, the Laserdisc, that blew my mind as a kid. I was just like, you could have a cartoon on an arcade game? Like, that was crazy. So I had to buy this, and I tried it. I still suck at the game. I know there's like cheats, or not cheats, but you can cheese your way through. My cards always come damaged. I don't know why. Limited Run. Every time I buy a game from them, they just like throw the card into some mud before they send it to me. I don't know what I did to them to deserve it, but they never come protected. I'll buy the protectors, I'll buy dumb other shit, and they just like, the card comes with like a footprint on it, or like it's been creased in the middle, or just something wrong with it every time. Very weird. Double Switch. This, back in the day, I was one of the people who was looking forward to the Sega CD because I thought movies and games was the coolest thing ever, and a real actor, Corey Haim, there, that was crazy to me. This game is not very great. It's better on the Switch because there's a couple little improvements, and it's just fun to have as a novelty. I never got to own a Sega CD because I was not rich back then and I was a child. My parents, even if they had the money, would have never bought it for me in a million years. So I had to pick this up, had to pick that up, and of course Night Trap, the other one, Dana Plato, such a thing for her. Different Strokes, oh my god, was in love with her. She was a big crush of mine. Who didn't I have a crush on from TV back in the day, though? Is this Can Limited Run? I threw a bunch of stuff in here from other games as well. I did actually play through this on the Switch, and I thought it was great because there's a little documentary in there where the guy's saying that you will never see Night Trap on a Nintendo console, and there I was playing it on Nintendo. Jump Force, I guess Deluxe Edition. I don't know what the hell the difference is, really. This is fun. Very generic, very arena fighter. I know some people get very into arena fighters and things like that, but I think this game died on the vine very quickly, and the licenses were also very expensive. So it's shut down. I think you can play I don't even know, the single player. I guess you can probably play that, but playing it online, playing it with people isn't going to happen anymore. But it was fun. I got it for $20 new back when it came out. For some reason, other places had it listed for $30. I saw it somewhere for $20, so I picked it up. Pokemon Violet, this is the one I opened. Did not open Scarlet. It was fun. Pokemon, gotta catch them all. I have not caught them all, but I've caught many. Pro Skater 1 and 2, a big Tony Hawk guy back in the day. Of course, if you were around back then, you were probably playing Tony Hawk if you were playing video games, and I am no exception. This was great, great remaster, requel, again, whatever you want to call them. For a very brief moment, I was 500th in the world overall on this game, and I thought that was cool. There's only 499 people better than me at this game, so maybe you're one of them, but great game. Jeff Rowley, that's my guy. Hyrule Warriors original, well, definitive edition, but I think it came out on Wii U before this. I got it on Switch, loved it, played through it. Loved Zelda. I thought she was great in the game. I thought crazy overpowered. Ni no Kuni. I wanted to love this. My girlfriend loves Ghibli, whatever. I don't know how. She wanted to love this, and she actually played it before me and said it's kind of boring and I don't like it. So I played it, and yeah, it was kind of boring and I did not like it, and I was very disappointed because I wanted to, and feels like I shouldn't. Again, it feels like it should be a good game. There's good game buried in there somewhere, but not for me. Maybe other people liked it. I have never really heard much about this, which I thought was weird, but then I played it and I realized why. I had probably not heard much about it. Yeah, I guess Doom 64 is not around, but I do have that physical somewhere. And last but not least, Octopath Traveler, the first one. I thought this game was great. Again, I have not actually beat it because the game is so long. But I have gotten everybody and everyone together, and then that's it. Of course, how anticlimactic to get that far and not go all the way, but that's what I did. I had a lot of other games going, and my girlfriend was actually playing this at the time, and she does not play RPGs. She doesn't play a lot of video games, but she definitely does not play a lot of old school RPGs, but she played a lot of this, almost as much as me. Didn't get quite as far because she's not as good, but she hasn't been playing them. I've been playing RPGs since the original Final Fantasy, Dragon Warrior, when Dragon Quest was called Dragon Warrior. That's how long I've been playing RPGs. And even probably before that, if you want to talk about adventure on the Atari, but I wouldn't count that. But yeah, great game, and I hear the second one's better, but I didn't have the kind of time to invest in the second one. You've seen all these games, and I've got so many, and that's just the physical on Switch. I've got a ton digital, and I've got a ton of games on PC, and I've got too many things. And that is the end of my physical Nintendo Switch collection, save for a few games that are somewhere else and possibly someone borrowed them. But I know you have not watched this, but thank you anyway.